This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your Chaparral by Coachman, model 298 RLS. Okay, I'm on the door side moving towards the rear. Okay, so while I'm down here, this is your quick connect for your LP. You can hook up a grill up or whatever you need to hook up, your kitchen appliances for your outdoor kitchen. Of course, you've got power stabilizer jacks on the rear. Okay, the switch is on the other side. I'll show you that when we get over there. Your outside kitchen has a pull-out griddle type grill. I guess you call it a grill. It doesn't have a solid top, so we'll call it a grill. And there's your quick connect hose for it. You have a small refrigerator and a pull-out countertop surface. Also a mount for a exterior TV along with antenna and power. Okay. Okay, so I know you've owned trailers before, so I can go accordingly. You have a power awning. Okay. Your steps are the fold-out type that fold out or into the trailer. The only thing you have to know about these is down here you can see the holes in the legs, and there's a pin right there. You pull the pin to adjust the legs as needed. And before you fold this into the trailer, you want to clean off the water or the dirt with a rag, because it tends to want to fling it into the trailer. So you just clean it up just a little bit. Got more power here. Okay. Oops. Let me try this again. Excuse my camera work. Your basement, which is still, your trailer's still being cleaned, so it's a little dirty, but you have a satellite hookup here, and the other one I assume is cable. It's not labeled, but over on the other side you can see you've got a kill switch, the red switch there for your battery. All right, you've got two 30-pound LP tanks which are filled, one on each side here. Okay, they're both filled. You've got a TV mount in case you want to hang a TV outside. From, like I pointed out, the hookups inside there, and that's where you would hang it. Obviously, you got outside speakers. Excuse me. Your basement has your battery inside. Let me open this and hold it open here with the catch. Give me a second. Okay, so you got your battery and some circuit breakers and that sort of thing. Okay, your landing gear controls right here. All right, this is just a solar panel plug for, in case you wanted to get a solar battery charger for it, you just plug it in right there if you ever wanted to get anything like that. All right, so the other side of the basement here, you've got your water hookups. Now there's a better view of your kill switch right there for your battery. So you've got an outside shower. To put your water heater in bypass, you use this one here, right? Up in this position, obviously, is bypassed. That's normal. Hope you saw that on there. This is to draw antifreeze into the system. This is your chart to show you how to set these two valves to fill your tank, normal system use, city water, or winterizing in this position. So I'm going to, I'll just leave it as is for you. You can decide where you want to put it. But anyway, it's very simple. They've got a diagram for everything. Your tanks, so you got two gray tanks and a black tank valve, and then you have your cable through, and it tells you what area each one of these coaxes leads to. Then you got some more 110 right there. Okay. Your water heater is an Atwood. Looks like a 10-gallon Atwood. And the one thing you have to remember is, obviously, you've owned a trailer before. You never run this without water in it. Right now it's empty, as you can see. Still dripping a bit from water testing it. The switches to operate it are inside the trailer. That is your vent for your furnace. 50 amp system. So you got a 50 amp cord with reducers. And of course there's your dump right there, where you hook your hose to. There is the switch for your rear stabilizers, your power stabilizers. And you have a ladder on the back. And also this is pre-wired for a backup camera. You can see the housing there. So you always want to, if you're going to get one, you got to get the Furrion camera that fits in that housing. We sell them here, or you can, either way, wherever you purchase that, it's got to be the Furrion that fits inside that housing, okay? You got a ladder, as I said. You want to inspect your roof at least 3 times a year. You figure the spring and the fall, and then the middle of the summer. You go up there and make sure all the seals are good. We've been up there. They're all good and tight right now. But you want to inspect it on a regular basis so you don't get any damage inside. Alright, so here we go. So here we are at the control panel. Battery is charged, but we're plugged in. Always check it when you're not plugged in. Fresh water, black tank 1. You just have 1 black tank in this one, so that's the one you would look at. Gray tank 1 and 2. 2, I believe, would probably be the galley tank for this sink on this one. Your awning retract and extend, and your 3 slide rooms. Okay. So your water heater on gas, you'll light here. On electric, you light it here. This is the pump for your onboard water tank in case you're at a park without plumbing on the campsite. And that's just another scare light switch. That's your awning light switch there. Okay. Now there are 2 switches in here, I'm sure, for various parts like of the trailer that don't light up with the main switch. So you got 2 banks of switches there. And this is for your fan up there. Okay. Your thermostat is a 2-zone thermostat because you do have 2 air conditioners in here. So basically, this in the rear is zone 1, the front is zone 2. So you just choose your zone, and then you scroll through it mode-wise. Gas heat, electric heat. Which this is not going to have electric heat in it, unless I'm mistaken. They almost never do. That generally is just a heat strip that's added to the air conditioner, sort of like an aftermarket or an add-on part. It's made by the manufacturer, but they're rarely used because people just use either the fireplace or most commonly the furnace, obviously. So, and then there's a system, on and off, cool. You can go through the various functions here. Let me get back to off, okay? All right, this is for your wine guard antenna on the roof here. Wine guard connect, okay? Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet works just like the toilet in your other one. You always want to have chemical in it and water when you start using it. So you can, when you first hook up to your water and your power, you'll come in here, put the chemical right in there, step on the pedal, swirl about a gallon or so of water in there, 2, whatever you'd like to use to start off with, and you're all set to go. Alright. GFCI, which plugs are every plug in the trailer is wired through a GFCI, even though they don't have specific GFCIs on every plug, but they're all wired through it. Alright, this is the sensor for your rear air conditioner, so you know what that is. Okay. Now this switch here controls an LED that goes across your closets. You can see it lighting up in each one. Okay, and then you have regular lights in here also. Okay, so you got 2 big closets. Then you have this laundry room here that can also be used as a closet. It even has a rack on it to hang pants and shirts on. Okay, it latches by just clicking it shut. And of course a TV mount. I know you have a TV in your other trailer I'm supposed to put in here. I'll do that in just a few minutes here. And there's your hookups there. Let's see what we got under here. Yeah, so you just have storage under the bed also. Your escape window, you probably know this, but it works like so. If you have to exit the trailer, you're just going to grab a hold of this red tab and pull the screen out, and out you go. Okay. Moving towards the rear, you have a fireplace with a remote. Here's the remote. So you can change the, let me do this here. You can turn it on and off, obviously. You can set the temperature there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. You set the temperature. You can set the fan speed. That's high, for example. You can change dim the fire. It's got a timer on it. And, of course, a power switch. Your radio will play discs. It has USB you can stream off of, and it has, I believe this one also has Bluetooth. Yes, it has Bluetooth also, so you can hook up wirelessly and play your MP3s off your phone or tablet. So it's a lot of things just for camping purposes. It's excellent, and you got room here to add anything you need down here. If you wanted to put a Blu-ray player or a game machine for kids or grandkids during rainy days, anything like that, you can always put it down there. The second GFCI in this trailer is here. So you figure you can just sort of split the trailer in half and think everything from the middle back is wired through this one, and then forward is wired through the other one that I showed you. Alright. So your chairs, they vibrate, massage, they got heat in them, and of course just a lighted cup holder, but it's the shake and bake model, that's for sure. Your refrigerator is not gas absorption. It doesn't run on propane. It runs on 12 volt DC. So it's cold, all right. So the benefit of having this type instead of the gas absorption cooling unit takes up a good third of the refrigerator in the back, so they're very shallow. But doing it this way, you still run it off 12 volts. You can use your alternator and your battery to pull it up when you're pulling it down the road to charge it, and you can plug it in to charge it, or I'm sorry, to use it to run it, and then you can also plug it in and run it when you're at the campground. So it runs off of 12 volts, which is excellent. I hope that made sense to you. I have to focus here. Let's see. So your microwave works like any other microwave, except this has a built-in fan vent, 2 speeds, and then of course a light here. The oven and range, you just spark the light. I'm sure it's just like your other one. You're just gonna light it, spark it. Whoops, you can see it lit over there. I'll do it one more time here. Turn it on, spark it, and it lights. Now the oven also sparks. A lot of the older ones didn't. You'd have to use a grill lighter, but if you look back here, I'll click it for you. Hopefully, let me shut the light off in the oven here so we can see better. You can see that it's sparked, I believe. Yeah. So anyway, what you'll do is you'll go to pilot, you'll depress it, and then you keep it depressed. Then you'll spark it over here until it lights. Once the pilot light lights, you'll hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds. And then you go to whatever temperature you're going to use, and it'll cycle through like a regular oven. When you go back to off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight it each time you use it. You have more storage down here. Okay. This is your LP and carbon monoxide detector there. It should always be green. And this is your power converter here. Converts just like with your other trailer, AC down to DC power, and it also charges your battery. When you're plugged in, you can keep your battery charged up front. Okay, let me walk around. This folds out to a tri-fold. I'm sure you've looked at this already, but we'll go through it real quick again. Pull the cushions loose. Sorry about my camera work here. I'm doing all this with one hand, and Okay, so then you have it like so. You're just going to grab it down here, pull it open, unfold the legs like so. Alright, then you flip the back section forward, and there you have it. It's actually not so bad. It's foam, and you don't have springs and bars in your back like the old type you used to have, so it's not a bad thing. Okay? Okay, one last thing. This is the remote controller for your, this is the remote controller for your power vent in here. Has all sorts of features. This is just, well, let me see if I can focus on it. This is just the holder. That's the actual remote. You can mount that if you choose, or just keep this in a drawer. So it's all automatic. You can set the speed and turn it on and off. You can set it on automatic. Has a lot of features. Okay. And as always, in this packet here, there's a manual for everything in the trailer, so you can always read up on it if you need to. You can also use manufacturer's videos, which is a good way to do it. You type in the model number and the product and the model number, or the manufacturer and the model number, and you'll be able to find videos and all sorts of literature on it, so it's another good way. I'm thinking I covered everything in here. I know you're going to have more questions. You can always call us and talk to us. With the virus, we're doing the video thing because we have to, and so we have to sort of work around everything. But I think I've got everything here, so like I said, you can call us and we'll talk you through things, and you can research it a bit online. Basically, I'm just giving one more look here. I know I'm dragging this out, but I just want to make sure I covered everything. I believe I did. So, okay, well, thank you for purchasing from National RV Detroit, and goodbye.